Hey guys, welcome to the Alora and Hour podcast with your girl Alora Denon, and I have a very special guest today, Mr. Jay Blacko. Hey Jay.
Thank you. How y'all doing? What's going on? How are you?
Yes, I am so happy that you decided to come on tonight. I haven't seen you or talked to you in a while, actually.
I know. You be busy. You be doing your mom thing. I've been seeing you. We always chat on IG, and stuff like
Yes,
that.
right. We be rapping. We be rapping how they say back in the day.
Of course, you got to. Got to listen. You meet good people. It's always good. It's always good to keep talks to good people.
Right. So, guys, tonight's podcast, y'all know we have to get into the subject of Kanye West. So, Kanye is a subject that I don't like to touch too often, but every time I turn my head, he is making headlines and it's not in a positive way, you know? I mean, I guess you could say to some people it's positive, and other people, well, they're just blatantly offended by Kanye's comments as of late. So let me go ahead and get into this video. I don't have the video up, but I do have the audio. So let me pull this up real quick so you guys can hear his interview on Drink Champs, which happened over the weekend. And I'm going to get into that interview in itself because that interview was not that interview. I was not feeling it at all. Let's go ahead and get this up and play. Jamie Lee Curtis went on TV and said, I hope they take his children away from him. Y'all can hear this. I hope they take his children away from him. Everybody they put out, Triple X, Tupac, that's what Larry was saying. My response was, well, I guess I'm next then. Because it's no backing down at this point. I talked to Q because Q been labeled an anti-Semite. First of all, we are Semite. We Jew. So I can't be anti-Semite. First of all, I need my 4 stadiums back. The 78 media outlets that called me abuser when I was trying to get that heroin addict away from my kids that was tattooing my kids' names on them, Skeet, Pete Davidson, be popping up. You know what I'm saying? It's like they Trevor Noah, not even from America. He just looked black. Right? Gonna say, yo, Kim is gonna get dangerous. So they putting all that, he crazy. He's so OJ. Nori just want the family back together. I just want the family. So that was part of the interview from Drink Champs. I think it's Drink Champs. I can't enunciate today. But yes, Leonard, thank you so much. Thank you. So there are so many more clips out there, but I highlighted that one. I really wanted to talk about that one because whenever Kanye gets into some type of beef or he's out here just talking, he brings up a lot of his celebrity friends. Have you noticed that a lot, Jay Blacko?
I noticed it a lot, and this is my take on it, right? And I actually had to think about this. Because, after you told me, you told me, you hit me up like, oh, being on the show, definitely appreciate it. And you told me what the subject was. And like I said, Kanye is a person who I don't like talking about. But then again, the stuff he's saying, you gonna have a lot of people that's gonna be on some like, yo, he's crazy, this and the third.
Right.
We gotta understand something. We don't know what this man sees or hears.
That's true.
So what he said, now he broke up with celebrity friends, like you just said. We don't know what his celebrity friends talk about.
That's true.
We don't know.
You said Drunk Champs.
Like we really don't know what his celebrity friends talk about. So and they might people like, oh, he's crazy. He's bringing people name up. They might be out somewhere chilling, and they just having like I know you've been somewhere. You and your friends have a conversation about something, and nobody else supposed to know what y'all talking about because what he's doing, he's not supposed to bring up the conversations him and his friends be talking about.
But isn't that breaking the circle of trust that he supposedly had with these people?
Yes. Let's just like the Facebook user just said, he got no friends. Like the route he's going, he will not have no friends.
Right, he won't have any friends. But so let me also get on this the Drink Champs. I felt like that interview, they knew it was going to go downhill fast. I really felt like they brought Kanye on because they wanted to hear what was going to come out his mouth.
and they really did it just for ratings. I mean, most shows do it for ratings. I am going to bring someone on here that I feel like can connect with the people. But the one thing I feel like as an interviewer, I don't ever want to bring someone on my show and watch them crash and burn. And I felt like the line of questioning, they knew what to ask him. They knew what was going to set him off. And there's a video out where he's everyone, Nori's like, let's take a drink. And Kanye, he puts the glass up and then he looks at it and he does this, but he doesn't drink and he put it down. So that let me know that Kanye was he was functioning on a higher level of these people trying to get me drunk so I can just say anything.
Because
Right?
he doesn't drink. A lot of people don't understand. Kanye doesn't. He doesn't drink, and he was drinking. That's what he admitted. He like, yo, when I
So
drunk, I spiraled out.
right.
So now y'all gonna get me. I'm on this show, and his last time he's on Drink Champs show,
Mm-hmm.
like he's a very high. That's one of the highest rated shows. Why?
Right.
Because he spoke his truth.
He did speak his truth.
He spoke
And
his truth. Now it's just different. Like he's know what it is. He's being much more open now because he finally found a platform
uh-huh.
where he thought they wasn't gonna censor his words, but now look what happened.
Right. And no, he did not crash, but he did spiral. So they knew that Skeet is a person who triggers. That's a trigger for Kanye. You ask Kanye certain questions, and even though he's not going to crash and burn, he's going to spiral, which he was doing. He definitely was spiraling a little bit because he was getting off topic and he was getting into other conversation when the question was about one thing. But this is my whole thing. There's a couple of things I want to address. The interview. So they did the interview. Why take the video down? You guys knew Charlemagne the God said that he warned Nori, do not bring Ye on, or Ye as he calls himself, on the show because you're going to regret it. It's not worth it. So it was Nori's choice and whoever else to bring Kanye on the show. So why backpedal now?
Well, this is what happens with well, a lot of people don't be understanding this type of business.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Nori show is Drink Champs. That's his show. That network belongs to Revolt. So it wasn't Nori's call to make the pull, pull the show. It was Revolt's choice.
Yeah, but
it's Revolt's choice, like, yo, pull that show. But also they made Nori the forefront of the apologies.
Oh, right. Because who booked Kanye?
Drink Champs.
Right.
They book all these celebrities.
Oh, so okay, so they don't have like someone else who does like booking for them. They just do it personally.
No, they have Drink Champs have their team. They have their publicists and everything all like that. But thing about it is, there's a lot of shows that don't really get aired like that because they have these guests. But if Revolt don't like it, they'll pull it. Probably give you a prime example. There's a guy out there named, Choke No Joke. He's from my area. If y'all know Choke No Joke, he's been around Rockefeller. He's been around the industry for 20 plus years.
They treat that nigga like a shit.
Facebook user, because your name isn't showing up. Inbox me on Facebook, and I can get you on here if you ever want to do a show, or you can call in. You can call in at 980-616-9891. That's 980-616-9891.
Yeah, so you got Choke. Where now a lot of people talking about how everybody blaming Nori talking about why he pulled the video. Why nobody in Breakfast Club? Why nobody come out the Breakfast Club when they pull Choke video off YouTube when he starts speaking about Jay-Z and high ups?
That is true. So there's only
Choke like a pariah.
Yeah.
So there's only there wasn't too many things that bothered me about the interview, but the main thing was the George Floyd comments, because and it's not just Kanye. I said Candace Owens, any interview that anyone has done speaking on the Floyd family, pull their videos too. Pull their videos. I do not agree with the things that Kanye West said, because at one moment Kanye was supporting the family. He allegedly gave $2 million for an education fund, and then I just don't get it where now you're bashing this person. And
once again, Laura, we don't know who this guy be talking to, who he knows. that conversation comes into play.
Okay, I'm sorry. So there's more to the video. Oh, go ahead, Shaka.
He be pillow talking with Candace Owens. That's about.
Yeah, like it's a lot of people you can't. It's a lot of people who have these. Like I just told, we have these conversations. It's supposed to be in that little circle of conversations. So it's funny what he might said the whole George Floyd shit. He probably said it for somebody else that said it to him.
Yes, and that's my thing. Like
None of these thoughts that Kanye has saying has been the quote unquote free thinking that he's alleging to do. All of these shits are sentiments that people have been saying already. Like none of these thoughts are his own.
Yeah. When you in that spotlight, you in that higher echelon, you definitely have a spokesperson. Somebody that's gonna tell you what to say before you get in front of these cameras.
So guys, we have a caller. Caller, go ahead and introduce yourself and give us your view on this.
All right, this is Jungle. I'm actually, just calling in because basically I wanted to talk about that Kanye West stuff too. I've been basically in it since it came out. I watched it when it first dropped, and I've been kind of, talking to people, going around the city, talking to different people. And, my view on the whole thing, like, all right, as far as the George Floyd situation, like, okay, it's messed up what happened to George Floyd. He didn't have to go through that with the police and this and that and the third, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we still can't forget who that guy is. It's messed up what that cop did to that black man. It is. But we can't forget who he is, If he was. Hold that pregnant woman at gunpoint and all that, and what Kanye West was saying, that's messed up. That is messed up. Like, we don't got to erase who a person was just because they died or something like that. That you don't get a start over button because you got killed or because you died.
Factuals.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you.
Because he might have been a scumbag in his personal life, that means he deserved to get choked out?
No, he said he disagrees with that.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that's messed up what happened to him. Like, that's messed up that cop did that to him. But who he was, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like whatever he did, he was in trouble. He could have just went to jail. He would be alive.
Right. I agree. But this is my take on the George Floyd situation and why the comments bothered me so much. It's because George Floyd, like I told everybody, he wasn't a martyr at all. Yes, he was a criminal. He was. But as our criminals go to jail and they do their time, they come out, they usually reform. But if we have this stigma where we just keep holding their past against them, they'll never have a chance to move on in life and become something better.
What criminal who reform?
Actually, I know.
Nah, there's a lot. You can't say that, brother. Hold on. There's a lot of people out there.
I'm from the streets, and I can say I know a few dudes that reformed. I'm one myself. You know what I mean? I went from hustling every day to working every day. But that's one in a million. That's one in a million.
But we should still give them the opportunity to, though, because you have to understand when people feel like there is no hope coming out of the system, then why do right? Why do right when you're going to look at me as the criminal that you guys say I am from my past, and you're going to hold that over me? That's just like these guys get out of jail and they can't get a job.
Yeah, but it really don't. I mean, that right there is just discrimination, which that was another thing that Ye was talking about. Ye was talking about how, he just was talking about in his life, the stuff he going through with the so-called Jews and whatnot, and how they, discriminating against him and what he going through. But we all going through discrimination in some type of way, shape or form. And
yeah, caller, I agree with that because Kanye says that people calls him crazy often. That is discrimination because he has bipolar disorder.
Yeah, but he ain't never seemed crazy to me. Like I was reading magazines.
His voice is gone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Can you hear now?
When Kanye West and Kim Kardashian first split up and Kanye moved into the Georgia Dome, and they wasn't talking about what was happening in their relationship, I read in the magazine, Kim Kardashian had broke her silence, and they was trying to paint the picture that Kanye West was this crazy person. I'm talking about before he came out with any, she was already trying to paint the picture like he was crazy, and I kind of felt like, what's going on here? Like, why are you trying so hard to make us think that this brother is crazy?
No,
he ain't crazy.
Yeah, so let's get that out the window. Ye is not crazy, or Ye is not crazy at all. He does have bipolar disorder. He said he was diagnosed with that, but he chooses not to treat it. And when you don't,
I call it highly. I call him overly emotional. Highly, like he's highly.
Yeah, he is emotional, and I agree with that. And he's emotional because he's coming out and he feels like he's doing the people a justice, and he doesn't have any supporters. Now, when Ye first started going through this channel right here, the Lauren Hour podcast, we defended him to the best of our capabilities. I always spoke on him, and I always tried to back.
Y'all defended him, not me.
Yeah, Shaka didn't defend him, but I did. But there are things like when you go onto these shows, this is my problem with that interview is Kanye is passionate. When you have bipolar disorder, when you truly believe in something, and it doesn't mean that people don't understand, bipolar disorder makes you more aware of things because you pay attention more. I'm paying attention to the things around me. I'm paying attention to the way people are speaking to me and the way things are going down. I'm always doing that. And he is. So he's finally awoken. And some people might think I'm crazy because I'm saying this, but a person who's struggled with this from the age of 12, I understand where he's coming from. But there is a responsibility that he has when he's giving out certain information to make sure that he's not going through a manic episode. And as a person who has bipolar disorder, you go through manic episodes, meaning we say whatever is on the heck on our mind. And sometimes we word it wrongly. And then sometimes is not reasonable. And some of the things that he said was unreasonable, like the White Lives Matter shirt. Okay. I get what he was going with that. That was a grab. That was a money grab. Okay. But also, even if it was a money grab, it was dangerous to the Black community, and it was dangerous to the white people. Not the white people, but the white community. A lot of people say this is dangerous to the white community because, and guys, chime in anytime because I'm talking a lot. I feel like
I'm about to say, let me tell you, do you want to know the reason? Like, first off, let me go back to bipolar disorder, right? Because anything that can't be fit inside the box of those people, they put a label on it. That's what you got to understand. You got to understand that anything that ain't right with those people, they put a label on them. Oh, he got ADHD. Oh, he a narcissist. Oh, anything that don't fit in the box, right? They put a label on it. You feel me? This is why Kanye West ain't taking no medicine because ain't nothing wrong with that man. Kanye West wore a White Lives Matter shirt because these Black people respect these white people more than they respect their own. That's why he wore the White Lives Matter shirt. He didn't wear the shirt to say, "Oh, White Lives Matter." No, he didn't wear the shirt because he got mixed kids and nothing like that. No, he wore the shirt because he want Black people to understand that at some point in time we need to change and we got to really wake up to what's going on. Like, all right, let me ask y'all a question.
Okay, let me hold your question 1 second. Let me address what you just said really fast, and then I'm gonna
I need to address that too, guy.
Go ahead, you address it.
Cola. I hate calling somebody Cola, but Cola. You said that he wore that show to wake us up. Everything you just said. I'm not gonna disagree with your opinion, but I can't say that's the fact. Because we legitly, like I said, we talking about this man. We don't know what go through that man's mind. Like Alora just said, that could be a cash grab, like you just said. That could be a top seller right there. Why? Because simple fact,
he said it was a top. Kanye West said it. He already said in a whole nother interview why he wore the shirt. He said it himself.
Yeah, but I agree. Yeah, but anybody could change somebody.
For white people to feel good, he said he wore the shirt so we can understand that you know, we the ones that's making it seem like their lives matter because we still killing each other. We still doing all this stuff.
So why not? So why not all lives matter? I
Right.
respect.
Why not all lives?
I respect
Yeah, I would
all
respect
lives
all
matter.
lives matter
And
too.
then, 'cause at the end of the day, yeah, we have this Black Lives Matter movement, but
it ain't about respect. It ain't about respect. That's the thing. It's not about respect. It's about the separation between us people and us knowing and seeing the separation. All right, check this out. Check this out. Do you know what they did with the Black Lives Matter money?
Me too.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, that's been all over the news. You think that wasn't?
Y'all heard about them giving $1.4 million of the Black Lives Matter money to transgender people? What do transgender people got to do with Black Lives Matter?
Well. There's the reason why they did that is because a large number of trans people are Black. That is a thing. Like they're Black and they're discriminated.
Brothers getting killed by these police. Brothers been getting killed by police.
Transgenders. Well, this is something that people don't speak on a lot neither. Trans criminals get killed. Black trans criminals. Can't talk. Criminals get killed by the police officers also. So that's the thing. It's not spoke about a lot. That's why you have that's why you have the LGBTQ. No disrespect, y'all. It's just too much.
Alphabet people. That's it.
Yes. That's why you have them organizing and trying to stand up, and they're trying to take over everything because they're like, if you can't accept me, if you're going to be against me, I'm going to create my own. That's why they run everything. But to what you were saying, so it is kind of a cash grab too, because he said that he was going to put that on and everyone was going to just buy it like hotcakes. But this is the thing, though. Even though you're saying that it's not harmful, you have people out here who take messages that celebrities say and they take it at face value. Donald Trump told the world to inject bleach and it would cure. It would cure. Okay. COVID.
But he also said right after that, don't do that.
But people had done it. Listen, but you can't take that back after you say it, and then someone goes and do it. That's the danger. The danger of having a voice without speaking a lot of facts. You know.
The stupidity of regular people.
But that's the thing. Some people. You have to understand, some people do not think critically. That's why when you go to college, you have critical thinking class. And that's to get you to think deeper, to get you to understand, why are you doing this? What's behind this? Why, and I always tell my kids, before you do something, think about it and take your steps. Talk yourself through your steps. But we got way off course.
But like you just said though, like with these celebrities hold a lot of sway. Whatever they say they do, people gonna eat it up. For instance, when it comes to fashion, Kanye knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
That white lives matter shirt, you think that's not a cash grab? He might say what he said, but that's a cash grab.
It was.
Like I think people, of course, we're gonna have people that don't disagree about it, whatever the case may be. Yes, y'all entitled to y'all opinions. But like my opinion, I'm saying is a cash grab. Your opinion, you saying?
Hey, how about this? Inbox me on Facebook so I can send you the link so you can get in the video. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Inbox me right now.
So yeah, all that is a cash grab. Like it's everything. Like everything these celebrities do is cash grab. Believe it or not, and a lot of people don't want to face that facts.
Right. Shaka, what's your view on this, Shaka?
It's definitely it's a cash grab, and B, I think that was his first attempt to pander to the white people, and then when that didn't work, this is when he went on his fucking rampage.
There you go, bingo.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
100% agree.
Yes,
because Kanye West doesn't say shit. He don't say nothing until without nothing.
It's premeditated.
Kanye West is quiet. He's quiet until it's time to sell something.
Yeah, it's premeditated.
He's quiet until it's time to sell something, and then all of a sudden, he's supposed to let him pass because he's bipolar. Like, nah.
Right.
And like you said, the whole Pete Davis thing, like that's a trigger. I'm gonna defend him on this one. That is a trigger for him because why? At the end of the day, he ain't moved. Well, as far as we know, us the people, he didn't move on and make his shit public like she did.
Right.
But
no, he did. He did.
But no, but now, at the time, after all that time went, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is this: was he upset? Of course he was. Why? Because she brought that man around his kids.
Yep, that's the difference. Yep.
Any father across the board, you gonna feel the type of way that y'all broke up. You want her back. Then you're gonna get a whole nother dude. You're making it public. We in the public eye, public figure. You already got me looking crazy. Then you
Right.
bring this man around my kids, who at some time is documented as unstable.
Right. But
So of course, you know how he flipped out on Pete and was doing the shit he was doing. I agree with it.
yeah, and when he spoke on that, I could hear the pain in his voice. He said she brought a heroin addict, and we all know that that man did struggle with drugs, and we don't know. Hollywood is a big conundrum. Everyone there is on something usually. Everyone has their vices to kind of just get through the day of what they're doing. So I agree. Kanye does have access to certain knowledge, but I can't defend the White Lives Matter T-shirt. And the fact of the matter is, he was pandering to make money. And this is the thing: like, you have channels like my channel, you'll have channels like some other Black channels. If you're not pandering, you're not going to be successful. You're not. Like, you have to really be like, I hate my black skin. I hate my gums because they black, in order for you to be successful. And it's just like, that's not what Ye should be teaching young Black children or even adults.
Honestly, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Nobody really gives a fuck about what he's saying. They just like his merchandise.
Welcome, Jungle.
And
what's up?
and
Y'all?
that shit I don't, and that's the shit I don't understand. Like, this nigga literally sells clothes with holes in them to make people look homeless.
That's what I'm saying. They don't give a fuck about. We as the people don't give a fuck about what he's saying. You know, we care about more so his fashion and the music he made.
Which is sad.
You have the other people who worries about the shit he say. Then that's gonna make headlines.
Right.
That's what makes the headline, because they don't like what he say. That's why his interview got pulled, because they don't like what he say. If he's an interview offending us in that interview, our people, the Latinos, the Blacks, and everything else,
they had left it up.
That should have got left up on
everything. It would have.
Yeah, they would have left it up. They would have left it up.
Every social thing, they had bits and pieces. Kanye said this about the Latinos. Kanye said about Black people, and it left up. It kept going. It probably over 1 million views right now. It broke world records. But being said, he spoke about Jews, who a lot of people don't want to understand this still to this day. They are the powers at be.
They are.
Yeah.
They own everything. They own this network we own that we're talking about.
Yep. So I agree with Kanye on that.
Of course, and like I said, he may be bipolar, but at the end of the day, I know a lot of bipolar people, and they're gonna speak their mind. Fuck the medicine. Medicine does not help you, and I understand that.
Man.
So talk the shit.
Yeah, there are options, because I don't take medication. I meditate, and like I said, I talk myself through things when I'm thinking things, because there's times where my brain's going like this, and then if someone made me feel, I'm gonna tell them about what I'm feeling, and then they don't like what I say.
But all right, but knowing that don't nobody own land, that could be called bipolar. Like, don't nobody own this land free. These people built these houses on it, then charge you to live on them, charge you to walk on free land. They call you bipolar. Oh, you bipolar. Because this is like,
that's totally
that's not
no. It's the same.
I don't think nobody's arguing what Kanye said about those people. Right? No, I 1000%
agree.
Those mother people always try to silence the truth tellers, and they hide that shit under the claim that anything else can start another Holocaust. You put that hate speech out there, and it can cause another fucking Holocaust. This is what
unlikely.
This is what they do. That's what all the fucking Jews say. Oh yeah, Hitler started that way, and then
Jewish
people. That's
Jewish people.
That is what they use to do this fucking evil. They always try to bury the truth tellers. That is the way, the crazy label.
But it's not just the
that
Jewish,
they putting on Kanye is the way to discredit.
You not just the Jewish people neither, though. The problem is,
but it's the Jewish people and gay people that run everything in Hollywood.
But listen.
So they say these things about Kanye to try to discredit him, so that since he's not pandering to them, we have to crush him. So
So
discredit everything he's
listen,
saying.
they don't never
So
want
he's
us.
proving
They don't
Kanye right.
never want us to wake up. They don't want us to wake up. All right, that's just like this. It's all right. It's a whole slew of people that look at Democrats like once you just say you're a Democrat or you vote Democrat, they look at you as poor automatically.
That's
Ain't
true.
no. As soon as you're a Democrat, so Kanye West, what he was doing with the whole Trump thing and the mega hat was. Now we Republicans, black people is now claiming Republican. You feel me? So now we
That's 'cause they don't wanna be associated with-
we ain't looking like we automatically poor.
Yeah.
As soon as you say Democrat, see it's a mind thing. Everything is a mind thing. They saying he bipolar to discredit him because once you put so much dirt on a name, like say for instance bipolar, it's so much negativity with the word bipolar. So now you could just say that about somebody and all the negativity goes automatically to them. No,
Right.
That man ain't bipolar. That man ain't bipolar.
Is Kanye West,
Jungle, guys.
Fuck the title. Fuck the title. Is Kanye West a nut? Yes or no?
No.
Kanye West
what did Kanye West? Listen, what did Kanye West do? What did he do that was nutty? What did he do that was nutty?
What he's doing right now is nutty.
Guys.
Aside from the Jew shit. Aside from the Jew
What did
shit,
he do?
Jewish people. Let's
he's
be
not
correct. Jewish
he's not Jewish. No, there's no such thing as Jewish is a culture. So whatever. That's not a race. It's a culture.
Hey, listen, that's how they like to be addressed. I'm just
whatever he's saying about the Jews.
Vicious.
Whatever he's saying about the Jews is no lies detected.
That's
but
true.
all the other antics, is too self-serving. I can take the message, but I'm gonna have to delete the messenger because he's too self-serving.
Okay, you saying like
and once the white people
choice? You saying like slavery was a choice?
No, they quoted that shit. If my memory is correct, when he said that shit on TMZ, they intentionally misquoted him.
I'm like, because in my mind, slavery was a choice. We all could have died. Didn't nobody had to pick their cotton? Didn't nobody had to stay there and get lashes? Didn't nobody had to? We all could have fought and died. It was a choice. We chose to stay. We chose to pick. We chose to not die.
Let's bring it back, guys.
Of the Laura and Our podcast.
Okay, guys, pause 1 second. So listen. There were a couple of things. There's a couple of things I have to say, and then Blacko got something he has to say.
I want to respond with Jungle.
Go ahead, and I'll respond after you. Go ahead, Blacko.
I'm sorry. That whole slavery. You said slavery was a choice thing. I'm sorry. No disrespect, nothing like that. What the hell even made you even think that it was a choice? It's never a choice.
Because we chose to not die. That's why. Because we chose to not die.
You want to get real technical? We didn't start having choices till about like 50, 60 years ago about anything.
What?
We didn't start having real choices about to like 50 years ago to do what we really want to do. So as far as I started saying slavery choice. I mean, who want to choose death over life?
I know it's a hard choice. It is. It's a hard choice, but it's a choice nonetheless. It's a hard one, but all right. Put it to you like this. When the population of those people start getting small, right? When it get little, right? Because you know they starting to be erased. Like they starting to be erased. So when they population get all the way small, what choices they gonna make? Is they gonna make the dire choice that they need to make, or is they gonna just die off?
Who are they?
Who
is the only ones that's being erased?
You said it. That's what we asked you.
All right, check it out. The powers that be, right? The ones that came over and took over this country, right? Mm-hmm. You know who I'm talking about now?
The Caucasian people?
There we go. See, I ain't want to be the one to say it. The ones that took. All right, you ain't see the. All right, it's a whole census thing that came out, whatever, and it's saying that it's less white people being born in America. It's less people. So when they culture reach its minimum to where they about to go extinct, is they gonna do what's dire and need to be done, you feel me? Is they gonna make that choice? The same choices that they've been making throughout history, is they gonna make this choice? This is
That
what I'm
has
saying.
that has
We gotta.
what you're talking
We
about now has nothing to do with what you just
listen.
said. The slavery choice thing.
I'm going back to that. I'm going back to that slavery thing. See, we gotta learn how to make dire choices too. As black people, we
I
got
would
to
say
make dire choices.
currently
We
we
ain't
are
making
slaves.
dire choices.
We
All right,
are
check it out.
slaves currently. I would say that.
Instead of us going
And
through,
we're choosing to be slaves.
the Martin Luther King thing, we choose to genocide our own people. Instead of us going through getting sprayed with water and getting bit by dogs, we choose to genocide our own people. Instead of trying to build another Black Wall Street, we choose to tear down our own. Like listen, Kanye West is very woke. And if you look around, you can see, like, if you got a job and they trying to work you to death, then you should already be feeling it. You should be feeling it. You should be feeling what
Kanye West. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let you get away with that shit. Kanye West is not woke. Kanye West is not woke. Kanye West is using your black emotions to try to get your sympathy, to try to get him back up. And once the white people let him back in the whip, you will not hear from him again.
What you mean? He been talking to us the whole time.
But Jungle,
his history has shown it.
Some of the stuff that you said, as far as the way our community is now, I would agree that we are currently slaves and it's a choice for us right now. But 400 years ago, that definitely was not a choice. This is the thing. Kanye spends so much time in the music industry. He didn't produce so many records. Those records help perpetuate black on black crimes, black poverty, and us harming our own community.
What record? Which one of Kanye records did that?
He's produced. I'm not saying his own. He's produced other rappers who rap about stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because I do stuff for my friends.
You can't be. That's just like this stand your ground law, right? Or if you go get your CCW, the law says that you can't be the agitator. You can't be the one who starts it, and then when someone like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot you," now you want to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you." That's just like, that's what he did too. He played his role in it. So I would have more respect for Kanye if he said, you know what, I helped create this narrative that we should not be smart and buy land. I helped create this narrative that having chains, and Kanye still walks around here with chains and grills. So you can't speak to the fact that you want to help the people.
Like, I wear chains and grills too, though. You know what I mean?
But listen, how many young black kids aspire to go buy that and steady going buy property?
But no, it's funny, Laura, say the chains of grill, right? And I remember a Kanye verse, one of my favorite Kanye songs too. He's like, black people, he said that we still slaves by our own whips and chains. But like you just said, he out here he got new whips, he got new chains. So it's like, that's his choice.
But the thing is how you these is the people that he need to listen. See, the thing is most of these rappers and these cats like that, these are leaders.
That's contradiction. That's like me telling you, yo, bro, you shouldn't go to work. Don't let your boss overwork you. He a white guy. Don't let him overwork you. That's crazy. You shouldn't even do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to the same job and my boss is Jewish, Italian, whatever the case may be, getting my money while I just told you sit home and don't do shit. That's a contradiction. Now back to your boy. Your boy just told us we out here, we can't balance a checkbook. We still are buying our own whips and chains. That's modern day slavery.
It is.
Your man still, he's doing the same thing.
Right, and then out here telling you, because what he is doing is when he put on the White Lives Matter shirt with Candace Owens, that was very calculated. She and him are both known to pander.
I don't listen to her.
But Candace Owens is a smart chick. I listen to some of her stuff she says. I don't agree with everything that she does, but Candace had to align. This is her thing. You got to understand, she had to align herself with people she felt can help get her up, and that is the white community. Unfortunately, you can't have the same value that you would have in the white community and the black community, because this is sad. No one wants to hear it. But the black community, we only worship the people who have status, gold, rims on their cars or they're popular.
Okay, which brings me to my back to Kanye West. What I was just trying to tell you. That's the only thing people gonna listen to is, all right, this is why I wear chains. This is why my car nice. This is why I wear designer clothes. Because in a room full of vultures, you a sheep, you ain't gonna say nothing. Listen, I could take you somewhere. I could take you somewhere where a square don't got a voice. I don't give a fuck what your knowledge is. I don't care where you graduated from. I'll take you somewhere where a square don't got a voice. And all these cats who didn't graduate college, they got banked. And they don't care what you talking about. They don't care. They the ones that's running everything and listen, them the cats that run the music industry. Them the cats that all these black people was looking up to. They ain't looking up to no squares. They don't care what Kendrick Lamar talking about. They don't care what J. Cole got to say. They don't care what J. Cole got to say.
That's a lie.
Man, these real dudes out here.
Man, my bad, Lord. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Listen, you know what you doing, Johnny? What you doing? You speaking on people that you know. You don't know what's going on in the other world. That's like I can't speak on where everybody else. You spell a square ain't got no voice, but trust me, I bet it's that square that's writing that checkbook though.
Yep, that's true.
Listen,
so you can't say
the square that's writing the checkbook. The square that's writing the checkbook is white. He Jewish. Okay. That's the square that's writing the checkbook. Listen,
say so.
Listen, the ones with the real power, yes, they do. The ones with the real power is white and Jewish. Them the ones that's writing the checks, the real checks. We ain't talking about these little sorry. We talk about real life changing checks.
But listen, someone who's not writing $100 million checks can still change someone's life. You understand?
Man, come on, man. Ain't nobody listening to them. Ain't nobody listening to them.
The problem.
Right now, in this neighborhood, right now, in the neighborhood that we live in right now.
They want the people who are so flashy. Kanye is going about this wrong. Now the black community don't want to hear him. He had a way to do it. When he said, I'm the richest black man right now on earth. The young kids would have heard that, but they don't want to hear him now because they think he's pandering. You know, and then for everybody keeps saying you have people who defend him like, oh yeah, Kanye's a genius because he just made $1 billion. First of all, Kanye filed for bankruptcy like a few other people have. Kim paid off some of his debt. Kim helped him get to that status. Her mother-in-law opened up those doors and everything. So
so they say. No,
he said that. And wait, numbers don't lie because his clothing line.
He did say that on Drink Champs. He said he was $53 million in debt.
His clothing line did horrible. You can't, he shits on people and then he sits back and then he want to make it like he is just this grand person. Now, mind you, he is smart. He is calculated. Now, I would take business advice from him. I would because he's great marketing. He's great in marketing. But at the same time, he has to be, if he wants to be this change that he says, then you can't pit Black Lives Matter and White Lives Matter against each other. And that's what he did. That's why I said it's dangerous to the white community and it's dangerous to the black community. Because what it does is makes us look at them like, oh, you think you're better than us. It makes them look at us like y'all don't matter. So that's not what he should have did. Because people don't want to speak about it. But white people and black people are still having a lot of tension. We still what? We got new names for white people. We call them Karens. We still the N-words. Like if he would have came out,
black people are still killing black people, man. The white lives do matter, man. Black people still. I ain't saying they gotta go out. I ain't saying they gotta run out and kill white people. I ain't saying they gotta run out. That black people should run out and kill white people. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is black people still killing black people. And they still shutting up when the white man talk. They still killing each other and they still shutting up when the white man talk. White lives do matter. I mean, lives do matter, of course. But
what you're saying is not wrong, bro.
Yeah,
what you're saying is not wrong.
Yeah, I get it.
But when Kanye West says it,
it's not.
Kanye West is saying that shit.
Context behind it.
He is though. He's
not.
He is.
Kanye West is bucking back He's bucking
using
back
Candace Owens
because the
he's
white
using
people are
Candace
not
Owens
fucking
to
with him.
get in that door. That Kanye West is
I believe
using
that.
Candace
I believe
Owens.
that.
Kanye West
I
wants
believe that.
white acceptance.
Hold on, wait, because I
He
got more of
wants
that
white
interview because he did
acceptance.
say something about that. Go ahead, Shaka.
Hold on, Laura.
Laura, take
He
control.
wants white.
He said,
He wants
Lord,
white
take control.
acceptance. He wants white acceptance. This nigga had a whole temper tantrum on Sway when Sway said, "Well, why do you need Givenchy and whatever these other fucking white labels are when you can just go? You have the financial resources to do this shit on your own."
Because
And
ain't
Kanye
nobody
West had a
gonna buy
whole
it on
fit
his own. You gotta
when he said,
understand
"Do
that.
what
Ain't
you."
nobody gonna buy it on his own. His stuff is gonna
He's
fail like
fucking
everybody
Kanye
else's.
West.
It's gonna fail like Master P.
This
It's gonna
nigga,
fail like
Wait, Master P,
every
wait a
single.
minute. Hey,
this
hold on,
nigga
guys.
sells shoes.
Wait, guys.
This nigga sells shoes. This nigga sells shoes, orthopedic sneakers, and they're fucking fashionable.
Master P
Adidas.
That's because of him
Adidas
using those
is run
platforms.
by a
Him
former
using the
Nazi.
designer platforms. If he never used them designer platforms, people would be like, "Man, them Kanye's ugly. We ain't buying them and don't buy them." But because he had
That's
those
bullshit.
designer platforms
Adidas,
behind him,
guys.
that's why people is buying them.
When the last time you seen niggas? Hold on, Laura, I gotta get this off. When the last time you see niggas rocking Adidas since fucking Run DMC?
Nah, people wear Adidas.
And the family that owns Adidas. Hold on. The family
I got Adidas slides. I got Adidas hat. I got Adidas outfit.
Hold on. The family that's linked to Adidas has known their family traits back to fucking Nazis. Adidas, yes. So he's already pandering to white people from there. The people that own Adidas are fucking Nazis.
But you gotta use them because they own the platform. You gotta use them. They own the platform.
You're telling me that these ugly ass shoes that Kanye sells would not have came out if he sold them shits on his own?
No, I'm saying they wouldn't be selling. They wouldn't be selling like they selling. They wouldn't be
those
trending
shoes look like
they
the
trending.
guns from Halo. You ever play Halo? Those shoes look like them Halo guns.
They wouldn't be doing what they, if he never partnered with them companies, them shoes wouldn't be doing nothing. He'd fail like G Unit. He'd fail like G Unit shoes. He'd fail like No Limit Clothes. He'd fail like FUBU. He'd fail like
wait.
We can name a million.
FUBU didn't fail.
Yeah, FUBU didn't fail.
FUBU didn't fail.
Or
G Unit
was they did good for a long time.
And G Unit was sponsored by Nike. G Unit was sponsored by Reebok. That's another white establishment. They just so happened to fail.
Listen, he was sponsored by Reebok, but he never that wasn't never put out there. And then he only had one pair of Reebok shoes. 50 Cent only had one G Unit Reebok shoe. All the rest of them was made straightly by G Unit. And
let's get off the shoes real quick. Let's get off the shoes real quick because I got a couple of things I want to cover before we're done. So there were some things that I do agree with Ye. Were people saying that he's crazy at when he's up? Well, let me say what I don't agree with. I don't like how he calls out Kim K all the time. First of all, you chose her. You bash Amber Rose. You bash every other black woman that you could. First of all, so he did. He really did. He called Amber Rose,
which is more white pandering.
He did.
He did exactly what he said he was going to do in his music.
Kim Kardashian.
You stay right, girl, and when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl, and that's exactly what he did.
Yes, he did say that. And when he got on, he did. He stopped messing with the black girls. But anyways, so I disagree with that. But then there's some things in that he said that bothered him.
Hey, Blacko. Blacko said, we don't know what that man heard. We don't know what that man went through. We used the black girls to go to them white girls. We don't know what that was.
Okay, guys.
That I do agree with.
Shaka, I will mute y'all asses. I will mute y'all. I will motherfucking mute y'all now. Now I done tried to play the black girl. Now y'all get fucking muted.
All right.
Can't do shit with y'all. God damn, I got to censor myself.
All right.
But anyway,
All right.
so this is my issue. This is my issue. And these are some of the things I agree with Kanye on. He said that he doesn't like how the Kardashians over sexualize his daughter. I agree with that. I believe that they have to make these kids look super gorgeous so that they'll be a part of that Kardashian brand down the future. So I agree with him on that. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors when it comes down to his kids. Okay. Him not having access to the kid's birthday party, I thought that was grimy. But then again, I have understanding of that because Kim tried to protect her sanity. But at the same time, this is I just want to say those are the things I agree with. But I want to know, why did Chase Bank cut ties with Kanye, but they still decided to keep Harvey Weinstein's money in the bank?
Do you really need to ask that? Seriously?
So, yeah, I want to know because wait, ain't this
Laura.
ain't these
He's
his
white.
people?
He's black. Like he white. He's black.
Listen, in the comments, yo, the people, I had to ask this one Caucasian lady in the comments. She said he changed. What he said? Oh, I love everything you do, or something. He moved her, and I said, what exactly did you go through that his music moved you so much? Why is it? What is it about Ye and what he is saying that moves you so much? I want to know. I want to know, is it that he thinks white lives just matter over anyone else's, or did you really go through some struggle and your man left your ass for a white girl? Because last time I checked, you white. So I want to know. These are the reasoning that I'm having this issue with him, because you didn't wrote off the black community, and yet even though he gets on our goddamn nerves, we're still there to help pick him up.
I'm gonna give you my opinion to your question. The reason they let Kanye go because they don't. Because any given moment, especially how he's going, like people say spiraling, his money can deplete over time, quick, can deplete. Now, Harvey Weinstein, who's a well-known, predator, also tied to other businesses in the movie industry, which is going to always make money. So who are you going to go with? The industry that's always making money, or the guy who has this money, but we don't know how credible he is. So they're going from let's say 10 years of Kanye, 60 years of Miramax. You know what I'm saying? Like people, that's why they kept
the reason why Chase kept Harvey Weinstein's money in the bank is because of his last name.
That too.
I'm driving.
I ain't want to go there.
His last name is Steen.
I ain't want to go there. Exactly.
I'm going there. These are the thoughts of Shaka. His last name is Steen. That's why they kept his money in there.
Yep. And if you look up the owner of Chase Bank, the owner, not CEO, the owners, I bet that last name is not too far from Weinstein.
I agree.
Hey, man, let me add this. Let me add this though.
A Steen or a Skeen.
You see how quick black people was ready to jump ship on other black people. I would say that's another reason too. Oh, everybody gonna jump ship on him. We gonna make them think whatever they think, and they all gonna jump ship on him.
We're not organized.
No, nobody.
Like black people so quick to jump ship on other black people and jump on other black people back. We don't do no other culture like that, and don't know other culture do they own people like that. Don't know other culture do they own people like that. We the only ones
actually
people like that.
No. You can't.
No,
let me get that shot.
I don't know. I kind of agree with him on this.
Years.
Let me get this shot.
No, he has a point.
Go ahead, Black.
He has a point.
Let Black go.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, you have a point of what you said, right? But once again, it goes about you have different races that handle things much different than we do. We are the known race culture that hates on one another. We are the known facts of the crab in the barrel. We are, sad to say, we are the front lines for that.
Yeah.
And when our people get to a certain level, guess what? They take whoever they're gonna take with them. They don't take everybody. They don't give the game of what you need to do. Now you have other races. I work with a lot of Jewish people. I work with a lot of Italian people. You know what I see? They teach their kids, their friends, that generational wealth, how to get it. We don't teach that. You know why we don't teach that? Because we don't want nobody to be neck and neck with us, above us, or just right below us. We keep each other. We keep each other at a certain bay to where I'm making it. You don't need to be there. This is why Jews are where they at right now. This is why the alphabet people is trying to get where they are now. And this is why, even for instance, that's prime example like Indians. They come overseas, and they got stores everywhere. Why? I had an Indian man straight tell me, when my peoples come from overseas, you know what we do? We all take loans out for our person to eat. And when they eat, they take a loan out for another person to get what they got. We don't do that. We are not capable. We are capable or not capable to do that.
Right, I agree with that.
Different things. We are capable to do that, to look out for one another, but we're not capable to do it because simple fact. Why? Because if I give you a store, your store become better than mine. Guess what? Now I'm gonna want back what I gave you. And if you can't give me back what I gave you, guess what? Now we have issues. Now it becomes
a problem.
Right.
We got a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you are right in what you're saying, but it's just not true with Kanye West. Kanye West lost his by his own doing.
I'm not even saying by his own doing. I was talking about, I was answering what Jungle said, not the Kanye West thing. That was just that Kanye West is a whole different. Listen,
y'all are right 1,000%. I just thought the topic was Kanye.
Well, 1 second though, Shaka. I'm not going to write Kanye off because there's days I want to, but then I recognize the days where Andre says he doesn't believe in the bipolar thing. I could recognize the days where he's manic. Like when he was just eating in that restaurant, someone took his photo. That is the status that he is can cause any person who has a condition that I was diagnosed with at the age of 12 to feel like you're in a circus, like everybody's watching you and you don't know how to behave and you don't know how to act. So you lash out. There's certain days where some of the things that he says make perfect sense because he did raise a question though to the people who were supporting him. He said that the issue was with the hat that he put on. He said the Magna hat. He said that the Caucasian people started following him, right? They all was on his bandwagon. And then he said, but what if I wasn't wearing that Magna hat? Would you follow me? So a part of him is there's days where I feel like, okay, he is definitely very calculated by what he is doing because I see that he is trying to give, the Caucasian people a jump start on reality of, listen, you only like me because I'm preaching against my people.
Shaka said it though, white acceptance.
It's white acceptance, but then again, I think he's trying to prove a point.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that Magna hat, that "Make America Great Again," that's a great ass slogan. Because America is shit. That's a great ass slogan. Great slogan.
Yeah.
Great. When was America ever fucking great? When was America great?
It was great. It was great. It wasn't great for us particularly, but it was great for other people. Okay.
It can no.
So that's a great slogan.
America was great when it was ours. It was great before they came over here, and it was ours. It was great.
We don't know that.
So for Kanye.
Listen, me myself personally, man, I'm a Moor. I'm a Moor, man.
You're a Moor. Okay, so you believe in what you guys have.
Listen, I'm a Moor. I believe that I'm from this land. I don't believe that they brought me from Africa or my.
They didn't bring us.
I believe I'm from this land right here. And I believe that I'm a prisoner, like my people and my bloodline is a prisoner of war. Like we are prisoners of war. We will leave into whatever this country and whatever it is, but we still prisoners of war.
So we didn't really cover this. We got 3 minutes left, y'all.
Sir, somebody's service is bad, so that's why.
That's shocking. So we got 3 minutes left. So I want to ask you guys really quick. Did you guys feel like Drink Champs took advantage of Kanye?
Who?
Drink Champs. Is that their podcast?
It's called Drunk Champs.
Is it Drunk Champs?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I thought it was called. I think they were saying it on the radio.
Honestly,
Drunk Champs.
Honest answer, like real answer, because we got 3 minutes left. I don't think so. But their podcast, their talk show. They have to get their viewership up. At the end of the day, people might not agree with what they do, but please believe, anytime they have a certain guest there with a big name, they're gonna get them views up. The more views you get, the more money you get. So do they take advantage of him? No. Because if they take, like they say, everybody know Kanye's not stupid. Because if you felt they was taking advantage of him, they say he never went up there. Think about it. He don't go to the radios. He don't go to Breakfast Club.
No, but he said he was silenced everywhere else. So that was kind of those was the options that he had.
But now he knows Drink Champs is owned by Revolt.
Mm.
Yeah, but see, and the way I feel is they trying to silence Kanye because they don't want us to know. They don't want us to know everything. They don't want us to know that stuff, man. They don't want us to know that, man. Come on, man. You could look at Pete. You could look at Pete Davidson to tell something wrong with that boy. They don't want us to know that stuff, man. They trying to cut anybody off that got something to talk about. That's important about what they got going on. They cut them off. Everybody.
Okay, Shaka, same question.
Pete Davidson also has mental health issues.
Yeah.
Like now, make no mistake. People say that Pete Davidson is a piece of shit.
Well,
that's all going around Hollywood. That Pete Davidson is a piece of shit. People all over Hollywood say that Pete Davidson is like a piece of shit human being. But he also has mental health issues. That doesn't make him no different than fucking Kanye West.
I think calling anyone a piece of shit and not knowing them or knowing what they've been through or what they're going through is wrong. So I'm not going to say that about that man because that man is a human being, and we don't.
No, I don't know him. I don't know him. I'm just saying that the sentiment that I've heard people speak on him in interviews, they all say he's a piece of shit.
Also,
say what?
I said that could be the reason why he has mental problems. Before we go to, I got something else I want to say. So guys,
his father died in one of the planes during 9/11.
Yeah, well, that would fuck anybody up.
Yeah. See, but I know drug addicts though. I know drug addicts when I see them, man. I know drug addicts when I see them. Successful.
Kanye West is also a drug addict. He's addicted to attention.
Yeah.
That is facts.
That is not a fact. Ye is doing what he needs to do. We just ain't riding with him. But he doing what he need to do. We just ain't riding with him. Man.
First of all,
we're not riding with him because he destroyed his cachet with us years ago.
For real, we ain't gonna vote for nobody we know as president. They gotta get a black person we don't know, and then we'll vote for him.
So guys, this is another thing. So this is another thing I wanted to say too. I'm not against Kanye, but I think people get wrapped up too much in money. Because a lot of people said the reason why they supported Kanye was anything he says, I'm gonna listen to because he's a billionaire. And when black people, and it was mostly black people saying this, when you can get out of being wrapped up in material things, that's only when we can start to move ahead as a people and start actually on our own. Because the problem is we look at what other people have and we don't care what they did to get it. I tell people, don't trust no one who says that. If someone's just give you like, I'm gonna follow him just because they're a billionaire, you can't trust them. Because if one of these people was your homie, and guess what? The next person got some money out the mud and they rich, they're gonna
turn their back on you.
They're gonna turn their back on you. You cannot trust nobody who only motivation is to support this man because he made money. No, it's okay to want to follow someone because they are an inspiration to how they got to that level. But money cannot be the main motivation when trying to get it up out the mud. You got to have some integrity. You got to have some morals, because when we have integrity and we have morals, only then can we really comfort each other and be that community again. But unfortunately,
and I don't think Kanye West is a good spokesperson for people with morals and integrity. Now, unfortunately, I will shoot him some bail. I will shoot Kanye some bail because somebody interviewed him about the things that's going on with Nori, because Nori's walking around depressed thinking that he's going to lose it all. Kanye actually stood tall for Nori, and he was like, yo, back up off for Nori. That's my brother. I love him. He's politics just ain't his thing. And I apologize for bringing that. So he stood tall for Nori, and I respect that shit 100%.
And I respect that too.
But overall, that's the other interview I was talking about.
Yeah, I respect that. There's certain things that Kanye says and do that gets underneath my skin, but then there's some things. So let me say something else that he said and before we end this. Okay. So, and people like, oh, this nigga really crazy. Excuse me for using the N-word. Kanye said, if one person runs down the freeway, he's crazy. But if a group of people are running, it's called a marathon. Now people are like, what? That has nothing to do with nothing. But I got it. I understood what he was saying. I understood.
That was a ball.
I'm saying put that to bipolar, put that same thing to bipolar, to crazy, put that same analogy to all that. That's exactly what it is. It's the same thing. One person in the group, one person saying that, he bipolar. 20 people saying that, they got a message. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So I definitely got what he was saying by that. And it actually resonated with me. I'm like, okay. And that's how he feels. He feels like anything that he says, because he's just the one person and there's not a lot of people backing him, then he's the crazy. And I agree with that. And I do believe that the Kardashians push this agenda a little bit more and further every time they post about leave my sister alone, but no one tells us what Kim's doing in the background. And the thing is, Kylie supported Kanye in the beginning, and Travis gave him that address. Travis gave him that address because he probably see what goes on in the background, the things we don't see. And he was probably, I'm giving that man an address. He's not a danger to his kids.
Then they really start bad mouthing him because he wouldn't get with her and Bill Clinton and push that vaccine agenda.
Yeah,
that's why they start bad mouthing Kanye. That's when Kanye was crazy, and that's probably when he decided to run for president himself, because they did that to him, tried to use him as a pawn.
Right.
No,
but some of these decisions was his. He chose her. But so, guys, go ahead. Okay, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Like real Kanye, I some of the things he said, I listen to it. I'm like, I get you. But then, you know, like he said, the whole moral thing, you can't, like, recently he had it on one of his interviews. He's like, he got an argument with somebody that worked in Walmart because they said something to him. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a billionaire, I'm Kanye. You just a guy that work in Walmart. See, that shit right there is like, yo, how you down talking people? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the shit I be like, yo, I don't fuck with him. That honestly, that right there made me go, yeah, I can't fuck with you.
See, it puts me on the fence because I get him and I want to support him, but then it's actions like that makes me
young boy
like,
too. He said it too. He said, I seen some young boy. He said something to me like, "Oh, you Kanye such and such." He said, "Yeah, I'm Kanye. I'm a billionaire, and you just you. You work in Walmart."
Yeah. Well, guys, that is no one should do that. No one should ever say nothing like that to anyone.
Don't speak to me in a condescending. Don't speak to me in a condescending tone, and I won't have to hit you with my wallet. I'm just saying.
All right, hold on 1 second. So we have a comment from Marvin Edwards Barner Jr. So often the status of having more money than you can handle will actually lead you to say some things, and you will feel that it's 100 when it's not. I agree. That is so right. That is so right, Pastor. You are right about that.
Pastor? Yeah, whatever.
Hey, yo, this guy right here, he was on my podcast. He's legit. And he's not. He's legit. Like he is speaking
that's
how
very true, Marvin. What you just said, that last comment, that's very
because
true.
Like he said, like you have people in the church that man, listen, you gotta go back and watch a podcast with him on it.
Because if they ain't doing nothing for the community, I ain't listening to no church.
He speaks on that all the time. And he likes to be the church to get behind the community and help the community. He doesn't like to just stand in the pulpit and just say you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell. He is a wonderful person.
So he ain't getting his 501c3, right? He ain't because the 501c3.
Hey,
you
listen,
get that from the government. You can't do nothing for the church.
Persecute the guests of my comments.
All right. Hey, listen.
I ride with he's normal, but they will defend him because he's. But many will defend him because he's rich.
Yeah, that's right. That's real.
Right.
That's real.
That's right.
He said he don't need it. Okay, Marv. Okay.
He is that.
Okay, Marv.
He legit.
Okay, Marv.
Honestly, and you say he be on your podcast, I'm gonna have to check that out because
yes, he was on the episode. I'm gonna send you guys. I'm gonna share it on my what's the name?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh look, he just ate. Listen, he just ate. He
That's
said,
what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, Marv. When you say I don't need it, I know what you're saying. You don't need a 501c3. I know what you're saying.
Marv,
so now
Marv, you see this?
I told you the truth.
Clap back.
He said hood kid since 70, serving the hood since 85. Okay.
Oh, no, that's a gangster right there. Hold up.
He's talking directly to me. He's talking directly.
I told you. He's not for play.
He suddenly tell you chill out right now.
Nah.
I really gotta go because I gotta pick my son up.
Yeah, we speaking in a code, me and him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, they separated church and state. If he get a 501c3, he can't help the community because they separate church and state.
Ooh, okay, Andre, we're gonna have. Jungle. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to. Boy, I'm gonna have to watch you when we get off of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to inbox you. He said, "My man." Okay. So, guys, this has been the Lauren Hour podcast. Jungle, I want to thank you for coming on. Shaka, I appreciate you like always. Jay Blacko, yo.
Shaka, Blacko, Shaka, Blacko.
Before we go, I don't agree with Jungle Joe. We said slavery was a choice. He's tired. Don't believe him. He's tired. He's sleepy. All right.
I would have died. Hey, listen, I would have died, man. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I'll be dead.
Also, Jay, shout out your podcast real quick.
Thank you. Yes, everybody. The Rails Relaxation Hour every Monday, 9 to 10. We be back in November. The first week of November, we taking the time off, but tune in. Definitely tune in. Everybody that's watching this, tune in. You know, have fun with us, man. Bring Jungle. You know, if you remember,
you should be a guest on their podcast.
I'm gonna start trying to get more. I'm gonna get more involved. You know, I'm busy. I'm running a company. Plus, I'm working, so I'm trying to. You know, I get more involved. I'm trying to.
Now, listen. A lot of people out there understand podcasts is not just for people talking shit. It's for people that's speaking their point of views of what they know, what they see. So definitely, everybody need to tune into different podcasts. Not just mine, not just Laura's. Anybody that got one. And you know, don't let somebody else tell you that podcast is just nothing. No, there's a lot of knowledge out there, yo. Listen to it.
Yes, and I always like to bring different people in, have different perspectives, and give information out there because that is imperative to all communities, not just the Black, but just the white community too, also. And so I just want to be very, very clear. If you guys hear us speak about white lives matter, Black lives matter, all lives matter. That's my take. All lives matter, whether you're Black, brown, Puerto Rican, whatever. I understood why Black Lives Matter had to be brought up, but not only Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. Human lives matter, animal lives matter too, because I love animals.
You're right. I'm about to go make me an animal in a few minutes. You're right.
I want to get this divisiveness and separation out of everyone's minds and mouth. That's why I was on Kanye's ass about white lives matter, because it is a form of separation, and that's not what we need as a people anymore. Is separation. All lives matter, and all people should have understanding and tolerance for each other. But guys, I am out. Thank you to my guests. You guys know what it is. Be blessed, guys. Love each other and keep the faith. If you're going through a bad week, guess what? Tomorrow is going to be a better day. If tomorrow's not better, you got the next day to change the situation. Don't ever give up on yourself, because today is today, but tomorrow we don't know what it holds. So just hold on, guys.
You said tomorrow got the holes? That's what you just said. Tomorrow got the holes?
Well, tomorrow got holes in it.
If tomorrow got the holes, count me in. Tomorrow got the holes. I'm in there. I'm going to sleep right now.
Hey, listen, you said it. I agree.
To sleep right now.
Hey, tomorrow got the holes. I'm there tomorrow. The holes.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.
Right there for the holes. Bye, y'all.
That was funny.